In this session, we're going to take you through the deployment of a video wall array within your Video over IP system from Bluestream. With your already configured Video over IP system, navigate to the Video Wall Configuration tab in the ACM Web GUI. This page is an overview of any video walls already in your system. You can have up to 9 independent video walls in any project managed by an ACM controller. To create a video wall array, click the blue button marked New Video Wall. A pop-up will appear for the initial creation of this. The video wall ID is used for third-party switching commands to the ACM. We're leaving this as 1 as this is your first video wall array. You can name the video wall based on its position, for example, Lobby. You will then need to tell the ACM how many panels make up the video wall in this array by defining the number of panels horizontally and vertically. For this example, we are going to go with a 2x2 array. Once you are happy with the initial configuration, click Create. The ACM will then give you a visual representation of how the array is going to be laid out. Use the drop-down arrows to assign the receivers to each portion of the array. Naming the receivers during configuration is always a help here to make sure you position these correctly. Once you have assigned the receivers, we need to adjust the bezel and gap compensation. Go ahead and click the Screen Settings button at the top of the GUI. This page allows you to adjust the image to appear underneath the bezel or gaps between the screens, so that movement on the media flows nicely between the screens in your array, and the bezel will sit on top of the imagery rather than splitting it up. These adjustments are made from an arbitrary number, as there are going to be differences in the sizes of screens and number of pixels available. You can adjust 4 different values that allow the ACM to distinguish between the outer width of the screen versus the viewable width, and the same on the outer height of the screen versus the viewable height. Reducing the view alignment for both width and height will move the imagery underneath the bezel. This is a trial and error process and it won't take long to get right. We would suggest reducing the view element by a value of 100 for both width and height. Clicking the Copy Bezel to All button against the row you have adjusted copies the value down to all screens. Your video wall imagery will move as you make adjustments, so it's very easy to see the effect of these changes. If the screens need to be moved slightly closer, reduce the value further and so on until the image lines up perfectly. Once you're happy your imagery is right, click the back button. The settings will be retained and you can return here to make any further adjustments if needed. You can also set the system to have different layouts or configurations. Click the Group Configuration button. By default, the video wall will be set up with all screens working as one, with the selected source playing across all 4 screens. As you see here, they are grouped together in Group A in the first configuration. Using the drop-down for each display, you can reassign the display to be in different groups, or work as an individual screen. Selecting single means that the video wall panel works as an individual display like any other receiver would in the system. You can then create a new configuration by clicking Add Configuration. Again, the panels will be grouped together. Using the drop-down at the top, you can now select between these different layouts. These configurations can also be renamed if required by clicking Update Name. Pressing the back button takes you to the main video wall menu, where you can select another video wall if required. You can switch configurations from here or amend the configuration by clicking the Actions button. Once your video wall has been created, a new control tab will appear at the top of the ACM Web GUI menu bar, named Video Wall Control. This control page will show your video wall array, with screen grabs of the source currently being watched. Our configuration here is still set to configuration 1, as you can see on the right of the video wall, which is all panels working independently. Switching to configuration 2, the GUI updates the screen grab of the source to show how the video wall is set in this configuration, with all screens working together to show the image in a 2x2 array. Switching from either of the drag and drop control tabs or the video wall control tab will work the same way. Just click, drag and drop. When the layout is different and you want to change individual panels, just drop the source onto the portion of the screen you want to change.